tell us about your home remodel search. How did you find us?
So I found you after looking at a few different magazines and just what you guys had to offer.
Okay.
I think it might have been in Midwest Nest, just the local architecture magazines.
Okay.
What ultimately made me come and want to work with the Home Authority is the fact that I called Rachel on a whim, or actually I think I called the showroom, and I spoke with you, and then Rachel called me minutes after and wanted to check out, just see what our project was. And
Yep.
I think we talked for about an hour and a half the first time with no schedule, it was an initial call, and we just kind of hit it off right from the start.
Good. Yeah, she's easy to talk to.
Yes.
Is that how you ultimately decided to work with the home authorities?
After my husband and I, we have a unique situation with our home remodel. We wanted to make sure it was special, something as every home remodel is, but given that it's going to be the family farmhouse that we hope to keep in our family for generations,
Yep.
we want to make sure that we were doing the right renovations, that we were doing smart, being mindful of our budgets. And after my husband and I came in to meet with you guys, I think he had a sense of relief that I wasn't going to go a little too crazy on the budget, and that you guys were going to help rein in my grand ideas to something that was going to be lifelong for our family and a legacy for our house. So.
Well, and keeping in mind, you still get a beautiful home
Yes.
in the end
Yes.
with the choices that you're making. So kind of walk us through, now that we've started the design process,
Yes.
a few days in, what do you think of that? How are you feeling about your choices? And
I love it. I want to show, I'm like, all my girlfriends, I'm like, come over, look at all my choices tomorrow. Make sure. I ran out to my mother-in-law's house right away to show her. It's very easy. Actually, I think I told you this yesterday. I feel like you don't even need me because you just went in and found, you've seen a few of my inspiration photos of what I like, the style that I have, what I hope to bring, like warmth, but industrial feel, because I have 3 boys in my house.
Yeah.
But still have that feminine touch to it. So, like I said, I don't even think, you just knew what I wanted, and it didn't take long at all. It wasn't overwhelming like we've done in the past. This is the first home that we've ever remodeled, but third, we've already built 2 houses with builders in town, and I just remember it being very overwhelming. A little scary, not understanding how things would butt up to each other, like how carpet and stuff. And I felt like we took our time, but it went quickly and it was easy.
Yep, it was. Well, you have great ideas, so it was easy to work through those with you.
Thank you.
What about the design process with the cabinet layouts? We spent quite a bit of time, even before any of this started, working through layouts and functioning spaces and all of that.
Yes.
What was that helpful to you to start there and work through then the design selections?
Yes, it was. I like to think that I'm a person who's very organized, and I appreciate a good cabinet and a good functioning space. And it was awesome. And I thought it was really great, the value that you guys brought to even just a hamper here versus a garbage, or things to think about how you would use this space and function. And yeah, I think that it makes a world of a difference how you're living in a space if it's functional. So the cabinets are probably more important to me than a lot of people.
The 3-dimensional renderings, how does that kind of help you visualize?
That's life-changing.
Yeah.
It just makes it so lifelike, and that you're actually in the space, and you can say, yes, I'd keep my, hats here, my dresses here. This is how I would use. It helps you envision it a lot more. So I don't think I could ever do anything without the 3D renderings now after having that, because it just helps. And I think it helps, as a woman, you see those things, but especially I think it helped my husband realize, because on paper he's like, oh my gosh, this closet's huge. Do you really need that big of a closet? But then when I'm like, well, here's where this goes. Look at what we have right now. And it just makes sense.
Did you come into this with a specific design for your home? I know you have some very kind of unique and channeled ideas, but it seems like we've kind of pulled a little bit from here and a little bit from there.
Yeah, I would say I didn't have any specific ideas. I know, having 2 young kids, that it's a space that we're going to grow into and that we need to be functional for years to come. And the fact that I did have ideas and I would just blurt them out and say, this is how we like to use this, and then you guys made it functional for us, was amazing, because I think I can be a little all over the place with ideas, and then for you guys to capture them all for what we really needed was awesome.
And you were great about that through the whole process, explaining specifically, like, well, this is how we function, this is how our family works. So that made it easier for us too to imagine you in the space and decide how we need to make it, you know, the most functional.
Even when I'm texting you guys at all hours of the morning.
Well, yes.
And I'm, and I'm like, wait, we need valet hooks. I think that was the one the other day. I'm like, oh, I was like using the valet hooks. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't think we put them in our closet.
Yep.
So
and when the idea comes, you got to get it down somewhere. So
yeah.
What are you most excited about for the remodel process?
To start, to be in the space, we're a big entertaining family, so the fact that I don't get to host a holiday, Thanksgiving or Christmas or even New Year's, I mean, we love to have my nephews, niece, and just aunts and uncles, everybody over, so I'll be excited to utilize the space once it's done as well.
Yeah, for sure.